talk to you today about Halloween Ends, but I don't want to talk about the usual trappings. Like a lot of people say, oh, well, Halloween Ends, I didn't like the romance angle. I didn't like how they made Michael look weak or like a jerk. I would say one simple fix that probably sounds more simple than it would be because it's hard to film like paranoia. Um, for example, if you've ever seen Stephen King's uh, Storm of the Century, you know for a fact. Think of the scene where the girl's confronting the guy about uh, having a baby, or she had an abortion, and she was mad at him and kind of aborted the baby because the baby or because the dad cheated on him. And so, with that being said, Halloween Ends to me was a lot of wasted time and energy. For example, it took a long time to get to Michael Myers, and even if you want to wait for Michael, okay, yeah, I'll play that game. You could keep the movie close to the same. We need to feel the tension, like John Carpenter said. Um, think of a rubber band, and the rubber band gets stretched tighter and tighter. That's tension. And so, like the original Halloween, like Halloween in general, he was just trying to stretch it as long as it would be, so that when Michael did finally attack, it was scary, and it was like and it was like a lot of tension build up and then release. Um, and I mean, going back to the original Halloween, some people might, but the general consensus is we felt Michael Myers' presence. We felt the tension, we felt the terror, and we felt that all because Michael Myers, his presence was around. He was, stalking Lori. He stalking Tommy. You know what I mean? Like he would drive around town, getting closer and closer, but still, a ghost in the night, even a ghost in the day. Um, because what the movie sets up and Halloween Ends at the beginning is how paranoid Haddonfield is. And I think if you wanted to go with the direction they did, it should have been a very Hitchcockian, like, imagine basically a lot of people become shut-ins. Like, make us feel more in the scenes, and I don't even really know how you do it. But what I'm talking about, you would have to achieve that paranoia. Like, not everyone's become a shut in, but you know how, like, in the first one, for example, it was pretty much a ghost town. Lori couldn't find anybody. Um, if everyone's too paranoid and killing themselves, and Michael's taken away, maybe a lot of people have moved out of Haddonfield. Maybe a lot of people have, you know, they're afraid to lock their doors because the stuff with Jeremy's mom and Jeremy's dad, to me, felt kind of forced. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And again, a lot of the scenes with the bully, like, I felt bad for Corey. But I just think for what you were doing, you just, it's hard to explain even. And again, there can be copycat killers. The homeless guy that he kills, Corey kills, was named Nelson. You find that out in the book. And he was a religious zealot, and apparently he had killed people and told Michael, I'll be your uh, vessel to the devil or something. And so, what if he goes out and he's stalking people, and he is like the eyes and ears for Michael? And since he's homeless, there's some wonderful things you could do there. Like, no one pays him any mind. Maybe the bullies see him, but for whatever reason, Allison could, or excuse me, Lori could be the one that, stops the bullies. But then if somehow the homeless man could help out Corey, and then somehow there's a weird bond where he starts talking about Michael Myers and all the darkness that he's been through, starts weirdly appealing to Corey. And so then um, maybe uh, Nelson and Corey start killing people. Maybe they bring people to Michael, and Michael's getting stronger with each kill. And, maybe Allison and Lori take notice of this and are like freaked out, like, what the hell? And then you could slowly reveal maybe like Allison becomes suspicious that Corey might be involved because by the time we see Michael, he's strong. And again, I would change it up. Maybe Michael hands Corey the mask. You know what I mean? Um, and when Corey hands him the mask, or excuse me, Michael hands Corey the mask, then it could be real simple because he wants to know where Allison and Lori are or whatever. And so he allows him to do this. And then he follows him. And then when he doesn't need Corey and Nelson anymore, he kills them. And then it becomes Michael's story. And he goes, and he's the one. And Michael looks like Michael. And even if you kill him off, you kill him off in a more convincing way than they did, um, to make it feel a little more like Halloween and not just random, because they told a decent story on its own, but it felt like it wasn't the conclusion of this trilogy by David Gordon Green. It felt more like it was just Halloween, or it just felt like you taking the characters that were traumatized by the events of Halloween and this new trilogy, and you're exploring another new movie in and of itself, which wasn't a bad idea. but it was like, just not now, guys. So thank you all for watching and have yourselves a great day.